Hello everyone, I'm Dieselfriend. I've just flown in. And today we are back with more Seduce Me Otome. This will be a little different from some of the others, as I am not starting this over from scratch, but rather I'm going into my loaded games. And I am going to go all the way back to this one, where we first meet Diana. Because, like I said last time, she does have multiple paths. And today we're going to see what happens if you go down the other path with her and get another ending. And let's just see what happens, shall we? My apologies if I do skip content, it's just because I've already talked about in a previous video. I do suggest, watching all of my videos, because one, they're mine and they're awesome, obviously. Yeah, just let me have that self-delusion, people. Let me have this. And two, I honestly don't remember what I say from one video to the next, as these are not recorded back to back to back. So, yeah, I would rather not sit here and repeat jokes over and over again. Okay, skip button, you are my friend. Let's go. You know what? I want you, girl. And she stifles a laugh. And it's the next day.
You really wish to know? You really wish to...
You know what? I actually don't. You keep your food. I'm sure it's delicious, but... Succubus human, it can't be good for me. I wasn't interested to know about something she had to ask that question for. I continued to eat, ignoring Diana's stare.
For a human that is trading memories for information, you sure aren't interested in information when offered.
I know, right? It's your part to give my information, but it's my part to ask them. I'm not interested in that, so I won't ask. In other words, keep your stinky fruit to yourself, girl. Also, you could be trying to poison me. I could practically feel the smirk grow on Diana's face.
Ah, so you're playing like that. I understand, sweetie.
Do you? Do you really? Maybe I'm just allergic to your fruit. You don't know. I continued to eat as Diana merely chuckled and watched. Why are you watching me?
I might as well make this a learning experience for myself in return. If I learn more of humans, I'll find more weaknesses and more ways to manipulate them.
Oh, goody. So we're both getting an educational experience out of this. Cool. I glared at her, making her smirk wider.
I'm only joking around. I have no intention of staying in the human world long enough to care for humans.
Oh, good. I mean, 'cause I would hate that. GTFO, girl, GTFO. Then why are you watching me? Yeah.
To make you uncomfortable, sweetie. From the looks of it, I've succeeded.
Yes. Yes, you have. I turned back to my food with a growl and began to eat. She was annoying. Her laughter only fueled my anger. Eventually, my alarm started going off, reminding me to be ready for Naomi and Zuzu. Right, school was a thing. And so is the skip button. You know what? Fine, I'll spend the day with you. You needy, clingy succubi. I expected better, honestly. And we're back to the skip button. And we've gone to the office, and she's proving why demons are more powerful than humans. You know what? Last time I told her that's enough. You know what? I'm not gonna say anything this time. And do your worst, demon lady. I sat in silence, waiting for her to be done. She'd be bored eventually. No, sweetie, I don't think she will. Then again, she was a succubus. So who knew when she'd get bored of attention? The answer is never, by the way. At a snap of Diana's fingers, the boys huddled together back where they were. Diana then turned her head to smile at me.
See? Easy to manipulate.
Very much so. I gotcha. So, what? There are guys obeying a hot chick? I mean, I could do that if you put me in your dress. Just saying.
Oh, trust me. Women are just as weak-minded as men. Just because I'm a woman doesn't mean I can't attract the same sex.
Very true, by the way. Let's just go home. Diana sighed and rolled her shoulders.
Fine, fine.
The snap of Diana's fingers threw him around us, folded to black. And the skip button came back. Yay! No more creepy field trips, girl. No more creepy field trips. And she's sad now because she's telling about the fate of her people and how she needed that marriage with the Demon Lord's sons, only they ran away. You know what? I just don't care in this world. So I'm just gonna wait here, and if she wants to be sad, she can be sad. I needed to leave her alone. She obviously needed to gather her thoughts before continuing the topic. I stared at my lap, taking in everything Diana told me. Everything began to make sense. Magic was indeed a gigantic thing. That's what she said. And yes, I am 12. Don't ask. I began to wonder if my grandfather knew as much as I knew now. He delved into magic, but died before I could tell me about it himself. He even protected me using magic. And the house. And he brought the boys here, so, you know. I looked back to Diana, waiting for her to finish collecting herself. She shook her head slightly, letting a sigh escape her lips, before looking to me with a soft smile. I don't trust it. Run! The day then became filled with Diana teaching me about magic, and the skip buttons returned, whose magic is the most powerful magic of them all. It stops this LP from being 60 fucking hours. Or 60 days, you know. Or 60 million pieces. As I'm beginning to fear my Dragon Age LP is going to be. And now she's told me about her father and well, not her father, but the Demon Lord, the boy's father, and how she has to marry one of them to save her kingdom, and it's all arranged marriage, I tell you. You know what? It's really not my problem. So I'm not gonna say anything. You will figure this out. You are a smart, independent woman. You don't need nobody. It wasn't my business to know any more than what she had already told me. I couldn't tell this arrangement was detailed beyond agreement, so I simply remained silent.
Is there anything else you wanted to know?
How did you make it be day? It was night behind you like 2 seconds ago. How did you do that? What spell did you use? And now I can skip again, because we've heard this. And we go to the grave, and he was my grandfather, gosh darn it, and you bitch. And now it's time to Dynasty-esque catfight. On God. Pounce. You killed my grandfather. Rage erupted in my soul, and I lunged for Diana, wanting to snap her neck. She stared all of a sudden. She was the one who turned my world upside down. She was the reason for the chaos I was in. She would pay. And you can tell because the camera went all shaky. Diana stepped back and forced me back with an invisible spell. I flew back and skidded across the grass, tumbling over my feet and landing on my back. Just as she likes you, but I'm tis.
I didn't know I would kill him. I thought it was some teenager musing with magic. If I had known...
You still would have done it, let's be honest. I honestly believe she still would have done it. Shut up! This is all your fault! I wasn't listening. I couldn't listen to her anymore. I wanted revenge. I needed it beyond anything else she could give me. I jumped up, recovering from her attack, and ran at her again. I was seeing red, and Diana became my worst enemy.
I'm sorry.
Not good enough. Diana closed her eyes, and all of a sudden, I was lifted into the air. I flailed and struggled against the invisible hold that was on me. I couldn't move my arms or my legs as Diana began to walk towards me.
I really am sorry.
No, you're not. I didn't want to hear it. I began to scream and cry. I wanted her dead. I wanted my grandfather back. I wanted my normal life to return. No magic to hurt me, no magic to haunt my life, no energy to take away the ones I loved. No more. Diana approached me and grabbed hold of my head, forcing me to stare at her face. I saw tears run down her cheeks as she leaned in and kissed me. Really, girl? Really? Now you want a snack? I could feel my energy rush through my body, and I could feel Diana using her magic to force it out of me. Ah, we're deciding to go rapey rape with the magic time. Gotcha. No, no! I did not want this. I tried to bite her, turn my head, anything. I couldn't move a single muscle, and I could only feel my energy deplete from my body. As my body became numb, I watched as Diana pulled away from me. Her eyes were full of regret and almost anguish.
I'm sorry.
No, you're really not. Then my world went black.
Diane intunes glacium deumon.
Creepy. Very creepy.
I know.
You know what? Translate for me, woman. I heard voices and tried to open my eyes, but I couldn't.
Vosittis quod factum praesetta.
I will say this as someone that does not speak Latin and doesn't really want to pause the game and go look up what all of these phrases mean. I do wish they would have given a translation line for this.
You don't need to remind me, Angel. I'm just doing my civil duty.
What civil duty? Oh, right. The thing where I'm not supposed to know what I know. An angel? What was an angel doing here? Why was Diana talking to it? Well, she's a demon, not a devil, so, it's not the end of the world she talks to one.
Baptismus non potes remittis in ebus.
Do what you need to do. I've already destroyed one life, and now I have to destroy another. All from my kingdom. Angel, do it now before I change my mind.
Yeah, and this is what I mean by Diana can be ruthless in getting what she wants.
I'm sorry.
But she still has a conscience and still feels bad even though she has to do bad things. A mere breath of my body suddenly became light as a feather, and I became numb. I felt my body float downwards into an empty black abyss, as if I were drowning in water. I never saw it coming. My mind became completely blank. I had no memories, no feelings, nothing. I became a blank canvas, a body without a soul. Pure, innocent, ignorant. End. Pure, innocent, ignorant, M. Yeah, this is another, air quotes, bad ending. 'Cause, yeah, the angels are not nice people in this game. Not when it comes to what they think is protecting the greater good. So, yeah, that is another potential ending you can get here, people. It also unlocks the achievement, Pure, Innocent, Ignorant. And you also realize this time, when it ended, we didn't get the song at the end. Which is something to keep in mind. I will say this path is interesting, and the other sides to Diana you get to see. And the fact that she does regret killing her grandfather, she does regret having to call an angel to air quotes, baptize you. That she still feels bad about this, but she'll still do it. Which is one of the things I genuinely love about the character of Diana, and just, the ends will justify the means for her. And I think that's actually where I'm going to cut this video. I'm aware it is really short compared to the others, but yeah. I think I've already said everything I have to say about this particular ending. Until next, tak likatilok hiddo.